I am young Homer, here to guide you deeper into the rise and fall of Zeus. Tonight, we continue Series 8, Implications of Zeus's Actions. Seen and Unseen, Consequences, with Episode 68, The Curse of Patricide, Fathers and Sons Forever Divided. In this tale, we explore the haunting curse that shadows Zeus's life, the ancient fear that, like his own father Cronus, he too may be overthrown by one of his sons. This prophecy, rooted in Zeus's own rise to power, creates a constant tension in the bonds between father and son, immortal and mortal alike. With each child born, Zeus watches carefully, his heart divided between love and fear. This is the story of a god's legacy and the weight of fate, a reminder that even the mightiest rulers are not free from destiny's touch. As we enter this tale of love and fear, allow yourself to settle deeply into the warmth of your bed, feeling safe, grounded, and fully supported. Close your eyes if you wish, and take a slow, deep breath in, letting calm spread through your chest, as steady as the quiet stirrings of destiny. As you exhale, release any tension, allowing your body to grow heavy, sinking into stillness and ease. This is your time to unwind, to let go, and to find peace. Now, focus on the gentle rhythm of your breath. Each inhale and exhale like the quiet beat of an ancient heart. Take a slightly deeper breath in, filling yourself with calm, and hold it softly for a moment. Then, as you exhale, feel any tightness dissolve, leaving only warmth and tranquility. One more time, breathe in deeply, and as you exhale, feel yourself sinking further, calm and serene. Now, let's guide each part of the body to soften, inviting peace with every breath. Start with your forehead, allowing it to relax completely as you exhale. Move to your jaw, releasing any tightness, letting it rest gently. Now bring awareness to your shoulders. Inhale deeply, then let them fall, as though releasing the weight of a long-forgotten worry. Allow your arms and hands to grow heavy, resting peacefully by your sides. Notice the gentle rise and fall in your chest and belly, inhaling as your belly rises, and on the exhale, releasing any last bits of tension, feeling light and free. Shift your focus to your hips and thighs, letting them sink deeper into the bed, fully supported and relaxed. And finally, bring attention to your calves, feet, and toes, allowing them to release completely, grounded and calm. Now, imagine yourself on a high, quiet peak where the air is still and the sky stretches vast and endless. In the distance, you see Zeus, standing alone, gazing out over the world he rules, his eyes filled with a solemn, quiet reflection. Despite his strength and his power, he carries within him the weight of a father's fear, the knowledge that each new life could bring both love and betrayal. It is a silent burden, an unseen shadow in the heart of Olympus. With each breath, feel yourself surrounded by the quiet strength and vulnerability of this moment, as though you too stand beneath the vast, endless sky. Inhale deeply, letting the calm and depth of the scene fill you, and exhale, feeling steady, grounded, and fully at ease. With your body relaxed and your mind open, allow the story to guide you into this world of legacy, fate, and timeless bonds, where the line between love and fear is ever so thin. Take one last deep breath in and let it out softly. Now, let us begin. Since the dawn of his rule, Zeus had been haunted by a prophecy as old as the Titans themselves, a curse that foretold that one day he too would be overthrown by his own child, just as he had overthrown his father, Cronus. This prophecy had haunted his family for generations, a cycle of betrayal and vengeance that seemed inescapable. Zeus's own rise to power had been predicated on his rebellion against Cronus, who had devoured his children to prevent his own downfall, only to be deceived and defeated by Zeus, the son he had failed to destroy. Now, as king of Olympus, Zeus found himself haunted by the same fear that had driven Cronus to madness. He knew that power came with risks, and he had seen how destiny seemed to repeat itself in cycles, each generation bound by the shadow of patricide. To Zeus, the prophecy was both a warning and a curse, a reminder that his reign, no matter how mighty, was vulnerable to the ambitions of his own offspring. Though Zeus's rule had brought stability to Olympus, he was acutely aware that his legacy was tied to this ancient fear, a reminder of the tenuous grip that even the most powerful god held over his throne. Zeus's fear of the prophecy influenced his relationships with his children, shaping each connection with a mixture of pride, distance, and caution. While he valued the strength and loyalty of his children, he could never fully shake the fear that one of them might one day rise against him. This fear, unspoken yet ever present, created an unbridgeable distance between Zeus and his sons, each relationship tinged with a subtle wariness. Ares, the god of war, was one of Zeus's most powerful sons, embodying strength and fury. Yet Ares's fierce independence and love for conflict made Zeus wary, knowing that his son's thirst for battle could easily turn into a desire for power. Similarly, Hermes, the clever trickster and messenger, commanded respect, yet his wit and cunning reminded Zeus of the unpredictable nature of ambition. But it was Apollo, god of prophecy and light, who weighed most heavily on Zeus's mind. Gifted with foresight, Apollo represented both the brightness of Olympus and the unsettling potential to see or even fulfill the prophecy. Though Zeus trusted Apollo's loyalty, he understood that prophecy was a powerful force, one that could twist even the most devoted son's intentions into actions that fulfilled fate's design. In each son, Zeus saw a mixture of admiration and suspicion, a reminder of the complex nature of power and the fragile bond between a ruler and his potential successor. Beyond his immortal sons, Zeus also fathered mortal children, many of whom were heroes in their own right. Among these was Perseus, a mortal son who had proven himself through feats of bravery and cunning. Perseus had slain the Gorgon Medusa, saved Andromeda, and become a legend among mortals. His strength and loyalty to Zeus made him a favored son, yet his mortal blood granted him a degree of freedom that Zeus could not control. Though Perseus posed no direct threat to Olympus, Zeus's lingering fear of the prophecy extended to his mortal offspring, particularly those who displayed greatness. He knew that mortal heroes had a legacy of their own, and that they too could challenge the gods in their quest for justice or vengeance. Zeus saw in Perseus both pride and potential danger, a reminder that even a mortal son could become a player in the fated cycle of fathers and sons, loyalty and rebellion. Despite his pride in Perseus's achievements, Zeus felt a faint but persistent wariness, recognizing that heroism could easily evolve into ambition, a trait that, if left unchecked, could drive any child to defy the gods. In Perseus, as in his immortal sons, Zeus saw both a champion and a potential agent of the prophecy, a mortal reminder that power and lineage often walked a fine line between loyalty and defiance. Zeus's attempts to control the prophecy even extended to his own body. When he learned that one of his lovers, Metis, was pregnant, a prophecy emerged that their child would surpass him in wisdom and power. Fearing the fulfillment of the curse, Zeus swallowed Metis, hoping to contain both her and the child within himself. However, this act did not prevent the child's birth. Instead, Athena, goddess of wisdom, sprang fully grown from Zeus's forehead, her loyalty unshaken but her power unmistakable. Athena's birth was a moment of both pride and fear for Zeus. She was wise, fiercely loyal, and a protector of Olympus, yet her strength and independence made her a formidable force, one that he could not fully control. She was both his daughter and his equal, embodying qualities that Zeus respected but also feared. Another warning came from Hephaestus, god of the forge, whose prophecy-laden words hinted at the dangers of pride. Though not a threat himself, Hephaestus warned Zeus that power could breed resentment, and that any god who ignored the warnings of fate was bound to suffer. These words lingered in Zeus's mind, adding weight to the prophecy that had haunted him for so long, reminding him that his authority, though supreme, could be challenged by forces both within and beyond Olympus. Through Athena and Hephaestus, Zeus glimpsed both the strength and fragility of his rule, realizing that even those closest to him could unknowingly fulfill the curse that hung over his throne. The prophecy of patricide became an unspoken tension within Olympus, a force that cast shadows over each relationship between father and son. Zeus's own history, his overthrow of Cronus, served as a constant reminder that the prophecy had precedent, that the rise and fall of gods seemed to follow an inevitable cycle, and while he ruled with strength and wisdom, Zeus could not escape the knowledge that the prophecy's fulfillment was only a matter of time. To many of his children, this distance was palpable. Though they respected their father, the fear of his curse and his guarded manner created a barrier that kept them from fully understanding or connecting with him. Ares saw this distance as a challenge, while Hermes viewed it with detachment, and Apollo with quiet contemplation. Yet all of them understood that beneath Zeus's powerful exterior lay a vulnerability born of fear, a vulnerability that could one day drive them apart. As the years passed, Zeus remained vigilant, ruling Olympus with a careful balance of authority and caution. He sought to delay the prophecy's fulfillment, hoping that his power, wisdom, and careful alliances would stave off the fate that had claimed his father before him. But the curse loomed ever present, a reminder that even the king of the gods could not escape the cycle of fate. In quiet moments, Zeus would find himself contemplating the prophecy, the weight of his role as both a father and a king. He understood that power, no matter how absolute, came with a price, and that his efforts to avoid the prophecy only seemed to entrench its inevitability. The curse of patricide, he realized, was more than a prediction. It was a reflection of the flaws within the gods themselves, a cycle of pride and ambition that spanned generations. Zeus came to accept that his legacy, for better or worse, would be shaped by his children, that the future of Olympus lay in the hands of those he had brought into the world. He saw the prophecy not as a condemnation, but as a reminder of the impermanence of power, the fragility of even the most divine of rulers. While he ruled with strength, Zeus began to understand the importance of preparing Olympus for the day when he would no longer sit upon its throne, to guide his children not as rivals, but as successors. In his reflection, Zeus found a quiet acceptance, a resolve to rule with wisdom and compassion, knowing that his time, though great, was finite. He would remain vigilant, but he would no longer let the prophecy govern his every decision. Instead, he would focus on creating a legacy that could withstand even the forces of fate. Through this acceptance, Zeus began to find peace, a release from the burden of fear that had shadowed him, embracing instead the inevitability of change. The curse of patricide became more than a prophecy. It was a lesson etched into the very fabric of Olympus. The gods saw in it a reminder of the cost of power, the price of ambition, and the bonds that connected them as family and rivals alike. Mortals, too, learned of the curse, their tales of gods and fathers and sons reflecting the same struggles they faced on earth, the same cycles of pride and redemption. In his children, Zeus saw both his strength and his vulnerability, a reminder that power alone was not enough to secure his reign. The prophecy became a silent force that shaped each decision, each alliance, a thread woven through the destinies of both gods and mortals. And though Zeus had delayed its fulfillment, he understood that his legacy would endure beyond him, a legacy shaped by the trials of power, love, and the unbreakable bonds of fate. In the end, the curse of patricide was not a warning but a guide, a reminder that every king, even the king of gods, must one day face the ultimate truth, that power, like life itself, is destined to pass from one generation to the next. But the curse of patricide was not the only force shaping Olympus. Join us in the next episode as we witness how a seemingly innocent beauty contest, sparked by Aphrodite, would set in motion the events leading to the Trojan War, a conflict that would test the loyalty of gods and mortals alike, challenging the very balance of Olympus itself. Until we meet again, may your path be filled with peace, strength, and a touch of magic. I'm young Homer, and I look forward to our next story together.